If you're a golfer, you're probably pretty familiar with the various rules and etiquette codes that come with the game. But if you're a man, there are a few things that you may actually not be aware of. In fact, when it comes to one particular area, odds are you're completely clueless. As a guy, there's actually a laundry list of things that you should pay more attention to when you're playing with a member of the opposite sex, whether you know her well or not. But here are the 5 things you absolutely shouldn't do. First, let's talk about sharing a cart with a woman golfer. One of the biggest sins you can commit is to forget that she's playing from a different set of tees. This happens all the time. A guy will tee off from the back tees and get so wrapped up in his own shot, he completely neglects to think of his playing partner and just blows past the forward tees without stopping to let her off. This, gentlemen, does not go over well. You may get away with it once or twice, but that's usually the limit for most women. The next unwritten rule is one you've all been guilty of breaking at one point or another, whether you know it or not. I'm talking about giving unsolicited on-course swing advice to a female playing partner. There's nothing more frustrating than hitting a bad golf shot and then having someone give you their armchair analysis. Trust me on this. Don't tell her what club to hit. Don't tell her to slow down or speed up. And most important of all, don't ever tell her to keep her head down and her left arm straight. That's as cliche as it gets, and she'll be likely to walk off the course. The truth is, you're probably not qualified to give swing advice to anybody, and she's not asking for any. Even if she was, the course is not the place to do it. Here comes probably the most important unwritten rule of all. Don't do anything that your female playing partner can interpret to mean that you think her score doesn't matter. Maybe her ball is plugged in a greenside bunker and she needs 3 swings to get it out. Once she finally makes contact, she sculls her shot and you try to be helpful by sticking out your foot to stop the ball from careening over the green into another bunker. The same thing goes for giving her putts that shouldn't be gimmies, like anything over 3 feet. In what universe would you ever do that with another man? Once again, you may think you're being nice, but you're really just being condescending. Our 4th unwritten rule has to do with your game. Ask any woman golfer what she dislikes the most about playing with men, and she's likely to answer that they sometimes get so angry after hitting a bad shot. Everyone knows that golf is frustrating, but taking it out on the grass or the cart or, heaven forbid, your club is a very unattractive display of juvenile temper. No woman is going to expect you not to be disappointed, but if you start cursing, pouting, and hurling clubs, you'll embarrass her. Remember, just because your round has been soured by a few bad shots doesn't mean you should ruin it for everybody else. Last but not least, we come to one of my own biggest pet peeves, and it has to do with gambling. Men and women all like to involve friendly matches in their golf outings, and there's usually a little something on the line. Chivalry might convince you to refuse to take your playing partner's money, but when that moment arrives when she's fishing out her wallet, you have to resist the urge to tell her to put it away. If she lost the bet, you have to take her money. So unless you can be man enough to actually collect on your bet, just make it a rule to never gamble with women. All these unwritten rules may seem complicated, but they're really not. The bottom line is that you should treat a female playing partner exactly the same way you'd treat a man, save perhaps for some of the locker room lingo. Just show her respect and let her play her own game and you'll be fine. And if all else fails, just tell her that you're concerned about goofing up and ask her how you can make her playing experience better. A little honesty goes a long way.